You are so innocent. You have no idea what's going on around you, and maybe that is exactly why so many things have remained hidden from your eyes. You walk through life with a heart that still believes in kindness. You trust words when they are spoken softly. You believe smiles mean honesty. You think silence means peace. You assume people care the same way you care. You expect loyalty because you give loyalty. You expect truth because lies feel heavy on your soul. But there is something you still have not fully realized. Not everyone carries the same heart you do. Some people know exactly how pure your intentions are. They see how deeply you care. They notice how quickly you forgive, how easily you understand, and how often you choose peace instead of conflict. And instead of protecting someone like you, some people take advantage of it. You never notice it at first, because your heart is not designed to look for evil. You always try to see the good in people. Even after disappointment, you tell yourself they probably didn't mean it. Even after betrayal, you wonder if they were just struggling. Even after someone hurts you deeply, part of you still hopes they will become better. That is who you are, and that is both your greatest strength and your greatest vulnerability. You have been standing in rooms where conversations changed the moment you walked away. You have trusted people who smiled at your face but secretly questioned your worth when you were not around. You have opened your heart to people who only opened their hands when they needed something. You have been surrounded by energy that looked supportive but quietly celebrated your confusion. And still, somehow, you kept choosing kindness. That says something powerful about you. Because many people would have become cold. Many people would have stopped believing in goodness. Many people would have decided to become harder, louder, meaner, more guarded. But even after disappointment, something soft still lives inside you. Even after heartbreak, something hopeful still survives. Even after confusion, there is still a small voice inside you that believes life can become beautiful again. That innocence inside you is rare, but there is something important you must understand. Being innocent should never mean being unaware. Having a good heart should never mean allowing yourself to become blind. Being kind should never mean tolerating disrespect. You are beginning to notice things now. The energy of certain people feels different. Some conversations suddenly feel heavy. Some smiles feel forced. Some promises feel empty. And deep inside, your intuition has already been whispering the truth to you. You just haven't fully listened yet, because listening to truth is hard when truth changes the story you wanted to believe. You wanted to believe they cared. You wanted to believe their intentions were pure. You wanted to believe loyalty still existed exactly the way you give it. You wanted to believe effort would be returned. You wanted to believe honesty would always win. And maybe part of you still wants to believe all of that. But life has been trying to teach you something important. Pay attention. Not everybody deserves unlimited access to your heart. Not everybody deserves your time. Not everybody deserves your energy. Not everybody deserves to hear your dreams. And definitely not everybody deserves your trust. There are people who study your softness without ever intending to protect it. There are people who admire your light while secretly feeling uncomfortable around it. There are people who smile with you while quietly competing with you. and there are people who only stay close because your goodness benefits them. This truth is not here to make you afraid, it is here to make you wise. Because wisdom protects innocence. You do not have to stop being kind. You do not have to become cold. You do not have to turn into someone bitter, but you do have to learn boundaries. You do have to listen to red flags. You do have to stop ignoring your intuition. You do have to understand that peace sometimes means distance. There were moments you already felt something was wrong. That strange feeling in your stomach, that quiet discomfort you ignored, that moment when someone's words did not match their actions, that situation you kept excusing, that silence that felt louder than honesty, you noticed, you always noticed, but you doubted yourself. You told yourself you were overthinking. You told yourself maybe you were imagining things. You told yourself maybe they were just tired, busy, confused, overwhelmed. But what if your intuition was trying to protect you? What if your spirit already recognized something your mind refused to accept? Sometimes the truth arrives quietly, not through dramatic endings, not through loud betrayals, but through patterns. Repeated disappointment, inconsistent effort, broken promises, unexplained distance, confusing behavior, mixed signals. Truth often hides inside repetition, and lately, life has been repeating certain lessons around you for a reason, because there is something you still need to understand. You cannot save everyone. You cannot fix everyone. You cannot love people into becoming honest. You cannot heal people who enjoy staying broken, and you cannot keep abandoning yourself trying to prove your value to those who never planned to see it. Read that again in your heart. You were never difficult to love. You were never too emotional. You were never too sensitive. You simply cared deeply in a world where many people learned how to hide their feelings. And sometimes, people misunderstand soft hearts because softness reminds them of parts of themselves they buried long ago. Still, you must stop apologizing for your kindness, but also stop confusing kindness with self-sacrifice. Love should not cost your peace. Friendship should not cost your confidence. Connection should not cost your identity. And loyalty should never feel one-sided. You have carried emotional weight that never belonged to you. You have blamed yourself for things you did not break. You have replayed conversations in your head trying to understand where things changed. You have questioned your worth simply because someone failed to appreciate it. But hear this clearly. Someone else's inability to value you does not reduce your value. Someone else's confusion does not define your identity. Someone else's dishonesty does not erase your goodness. You are still who you are: kind, caring, loyal, deep-hearted, thoughtful, sensitive, strong in ways most people never notice, because surviving disappointment without becoming cruel is strength. Choosing hope after heartbreak is strength. Protecting your softness in a harsh world is strength, and maybe right now, life is preparing you for a different chapter, a chapter where you stop begging for understanding, a chapter where you stop over-explaining yourself, a chapter where you stop chasing people who only value your presence when it benefits them. A chapter where peace becomes more important than approval. You deserve relationships that feel safe, conversations that feel honest, effort that feels mutual, love that feels peaceful, respect that feels natural. You deserve people who check on you without needing something, people who celebrate your growth instead of secretly resenting it, people who protect your name when you are not in the room. People who choose honesty even when honesty feels uncomfortable, and most importantly, you deserve to stop doubting yourself, because deep down, you already know more than you think. You feel energy quickly, you notice details others miss, you sense shifts before people admit them. Your intuition has always spoken. The problem is not that you cannot see truth. The problem is that your heart keeps giving people extra chances after truth arrives. And yes, people deserve grace. But repeated disrespect is not misunderstanding. Repeated inconsistency is communication. Repeated disappointment is information. Patterns matter. Protect yourself enough to pay attention. There is power in becoming aware without becoming angry. There is wisdom in seeing clearly without becoming hateful. There is maturity in walking away without needing revenge. And there is healing in choosing yourself without guilt. This next season of your life may ask something difficult from you. It may ask you to stop holding on to people who already let go. It may ask you to stop chasing explanations. It may ask you to stop trying to force closeness. It may ask you to stop proving your worth. Because the truth is, the right people do not require endless convincing. The right people recognize value naturally. The right people communicate. The right people care. The right people stay consistent. And the right people never make you feel like loving you is difficult, maybe. This message found you because part of you already knew something needed to change. Maybe you have been feeling emotionally exhausted. Maybe your spirit feels heavy. Maybe your heart feels confused. Maybe you keep wondering why things feel different lately. Maybe life has been quietly removing illusions, not to hurt you, but to protect you, because what is meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself. You should not have to become less emotional to be accepted, less caring to be respected, less honest to be loved, less sensitive to belong. The people meant for you will understand your heart, not weaponize it. Protect your peace now, protect your energy, protect your dreams, protect your spirit, and most importantly, protect your innocence, not by staying unaware, but by becoming wiser, because innocence with wisdom becomes power.